Yes, welcome back to Poetry and Police. To my loyal subscribers, to the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the teachers in Jamaica, the nurses in Jamaica, down to the handicap man in Jamaica. Prayers to the victims of Hurricane Melissa, who still have it hard, still go through things, while politics are decide the next move. Everybody in Jamaica, big up on yourself. Let us chat, let us reason one more time as an ex-detective, an ex-police officer who served the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Let us well reason now. And that reason is going to come straight from my heart. You get me, people? The only way to cut the gun crime in Jamaica, that's how we're going to talk about today now. The only way to cut the gun crime in America. Jamaica doesn't have a gun problem, number one. Jamaica has a system problem. And until we fix the system, from the ports to the politics to the police post, bullets will keep writing the headlines. The only way to cut gun crime in Jamaica. Gun crime in Jamaica is predictable. It is patterned. It is structured. Funded. You hear me, people? That is the main one. It is funded and protected. Because it creates one of the underground's main source of income. Every bullet has a sponsor. Every Don has a boss. Every gang has an accountant. Every community has a trigger point. Every murder has a motive long before the shot is fired. You don't think I lie? And the only way to cut gun crime is to dismantle every layer of the ecosystem, local and international. This is the truth nobody wants to speak, especially our politicians. So today, Poetry and Police, me, ex-detective Corporal Evan Blake, I am going to speak. Have we identified all the players in this gun game, local and internationally? That's the question I'm asking. From my experience, people, gun crime does not start in the garrison. It starts with corrupted elements in the diaspora, corrupted elements in our politics, smugglers using barrels and containers, illegal dealers from the United States and other countries, criminal networks in Haiti, everybody know them thing there, shipping insiders, local facilitators, political aligned strongmen. You understand me, people? Community gatekeepers, street level trigger men. Jamaica keeps focusing on the last man in the chain, which is a little dirty boy. Then we run up and down the road in barefoot of a M16 rifle. Those are the ones we are concerned about, because they are the ones who seem to be causing the mayhem in society when they are not. The last time I checked, the root of a tree is stronger than all the branches. So therefore, what is the root of the gun thing in Jamaica? The root is the real players at the ports, in the shadows, in foreign cities, in political backrooms, in respectable businesses, in shipping warehouses, and financial institutions. Until Jamaica forms a multi-country intelligence network to track supply routes, shipments, cash flow, and objectives. The gunman on the corner will always have a weapon. I say, read the community, not just patrol it. Boss, this is where your experiences become a scripture, you know. This is where my experience become a scripture. And every other police in Jamaica right now. I did not police blindly when I was a police officer in Jamaica, you know. When I was working in Seaview Gardens, when I used to run Kalalobed, Riverton City and Seaview Gardens, I was not working blindly. I studied the crime patterns in the area. Who moves where? What time violence sparks? Like, I study these criminals and I know they sleep. I sleep the time where them sleep and I rise the time where them work. And that is how I used to catch them with their guns on a daily basis. And whenever war starts in the community, I know the major players. And I know where to look for them and where to await them. A lot of police officers in their division do not know these things. A lot of us are 6 just walking around and showing off with big gun in our waist. You see, people, we as a police department, we have to learn how criminals communicate. We have to find the tension points, the safe zones, and the neutral grounds. I read The Environment like a book when I was a police officer. Do I say that Jamaica need police officers who analyze behavior, interpret movements, know the streets by memory like I did, anticipate retaliations like I did, identify the root cause of what is causing a war in a community? I knew those things. I knew even the major player and who was causing the problems. And I moved to the root of the tree. That was my crime map in the communities that I served in Jamaica when I was a police officer. Tell you something, people. There's too much wrong police officers running divisions and headquarters who do not know their hand from their foot. And I'm going to tell you this now. You can patrol all you want. Random patrol don't stop crime. Patrol has to be with a process. It has to be a process. It has to make sense. Every single patrol has to be like your plan and operation. Presence alone can't stop crime, because as soon as the police left, crime will go happen. Because them boy nowadays, they watch the police and wait until the police move. You see, when I was working, I built a relationship with the community of Seaview Gardens and Riverton City and Kalalobed and other communities. Because I allow the people to be a part of the change, not the problem. The people who trusted me. And all we have to do as police officers is allow the people to trust us, let the people trust us, and the work will go on and the work will be effective. When I was a police in Seaview Gardens, every time a war I go start, me know who I go start the war. And I was the one to end the war. Me lay away them pan borderline and chop them down. Me no sleep as long as them up. You see, Jamaican criminals have too much human shield. Because the same people who are shielding these gunmen, they do not trust the police. And that is one of the major problems that we have. You have criminals hiding in plain sight. That's why all our investigation always collapse. Now we talk about Jamaica is rebuilding. We're talking about best police department, new buildings, schools, relationship with the community, youth mentorship. We talk about community intelligence, and we talk about local watch networks, and we talk about business partnership. and social support systems. Let me tell you something, people. Gun crime can only fall when the people join the police in the fight, not when they hide from it. Only the right cops must lead. So the commissioner of police has to put the right police officers in the right places. Police who can handle themselves, and police who actually have good local knowledge of the area, who know the criminals and know who to look for. Gun crime in Jamaica won't drop under clipboard commanders. Are people who sit down at station and warm benches and look pretty and drive pretty car with big gun cock up in a waist like 66. Gun crime drop underneath police officers who know the streets and know the gunmen them and understand the criminals and earn the criminals respect, carry experiences, navigate danger and all of these things. Police were not afraid of gunshot, and police not afraid for running a house for a boy. And police not afraid to cut down boy if boy challenge them. We talk about community policing, but what are we doing? It was appear as if we want community policing to replace hardcore policing. How can community policing replace hardcore policing in a nation where we have not but hardcore criminals? The last time I checked in a policing must be strategic. Policing must be surgical. And policing must be informed. We have to balance all the systems. That is the real fix. We can't just fix one part and the next part no fix a problem same way. Let me tell you something, people. Cutting down gun crime requires overall of the port, financial investigation, we not see a go on in Jamaica, weapons tracing, and good witness protection programs, and the trust of the community. We have to crack down on the smugglers in Jamaica, because Jamaica is filled with smugglers, and we need to reform the police leadership. The commissioner of police is doing a good job now. What about him two CR, the persons that work with the commissioner of police? Are they have the same mindset? The force is split with politics and bad mind and covetousness and people who want to step over other people to reach where they want to reach in life, and people who want to replace the commissioner of police, who want to see the commissioner of police make a mistake so they can replace him. So they stand by and watch the system fail instead of taking part in the fight against crime and violence. I am not even going to talk about international cooperation. I've seen that the police is trying to do community pattern reading and youth intervention. But what about targeting the financiers? Disrupting reprisal cycles. Regine, even mental health and social support have something to do with gun crime. It is a part of the ecosystem. An ecosystem only changes when every part changes. People, let me tell you something. Jamaica will cut crime the day we stop chasing shooters and start dismantling the system that manufactures them. I'm going to repeat that, Jamaica will only have a consistent cut in our especially in our gun crime, murders then. The day we stop chasing the little barefoot shooters them and start dismantling the system that manufactures these criminals. The day we stop blaming the communities and start empowering the communities. The day we stop promising favorites and start promoting few officers who actually understand the street. Gun crime is the mystery. It was not a mystery to me. I recovered, asked the police, blame my name, the amount of firearms I recovered. It wasn't a mystery. It was all about pattern. And it was all about patrol that made sense. Patterns can be broken. But it's all about patrol that made sense and cunningness. And being at the right place. And want to be in the right place as a police officer. I was the right person for the job when I was on the job. When I was leading my team, I was the right person to lead my team because I understood the crime and I understood the pattern, and my patrols had a sense of duty. So the question is again, how can we stop gun crime in Jamaica? We have to stop gun crime in Jamaica by cutting off the root of the tree. The financiers, the supporters of criminal activities in Jamaica, the leaders of the organized crime groups in Jamaica, which is not the little dirty boy them on the street we run up and down, but the business people in Jamaica, and the politicians them, and some police officers too. Until we tackle these things in Jamaica, Jamaica will forever be burdened with gun crime. And things will never ever change. People, you are listening to Poetry and Police, you know. I am ex-detective Corporal Evan Blake. Been there, done that. Have the experience. Recover a whole lot of firearms, involved in a lot of fatal shootings too. I understood the system, and that's the reason why I was able to quiet Seaview Gardens and Kalalobed and Riverton City, which I was in charge of. I studied the crime pattern and I studied criminals. That's the reason why I was able to recover so much firearms. Even though police was spreading rumors that I was putting down the gun myself and going back and take them up. I don't know where I was getting guns from. But yes, that's what police said when I was recovering firearms. Bad mind! Instead of doing the same thing that I do, I even do better. They bad mind me for what I was doing. And they stood in dark corners and then call up your name and then mix up your name. And then fight the one police who do the work. They fail to promote the one police that is actually making a difference in St. Andrew South, Hunts Bay. That was me. The one police who was recovering hundreds of firearms and taking off criminals off the street. They thought to suppress that one police. Now, you can ask yourself the question, why we can't stop gun crime in Jamaica? Listen, drop your comments. Let me hear your opinion of what I just spoke about a while ago. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Share my videos so other people can get involved. Because this is a movement for the people of Jamaica. This is a movement to stop gun crime in Jamaica.